He goes, yeah, see you later. Just puts a ball gag in. We learned that from our last clip on TikTok. I didn't realise, one thing I would say...
We didn't even say anything bad.
No,
We were like
We
really
didn't.
positive about Taylor Swift.
fucking-
And yet we still had
I'll
like
say this into the camera.
Swifties.
The Swifties.
Coming at us being like...
Right?
And I guess we didn't say enough good things.
Yeah.
Or...
But I'll say this now. I look into the camera. Swifties, you're fucking crazy. You're insane.
Mate, do you know what it's like? I can't stand it, right?
Oh, God.
It's TikTok ads. There's a new one. There's a new trend, craze, right? That
Okay.
I have to talk about, right? And I'm going to use this example as a specific, right? But it's like a stupid noodle pot, right? And it's like exclusively for cooking noodles in, right? And what I mean by that is it's just a pot. It's just a pot that people put like instant noodles in and pour your water in, right?
Okay.
But the people selling it on TikTok are like, guys, this is amazing, right? Look, like you put your noodles in it and it cooks your noodles for you. You don't have to do anything. And I'm like a bowl? Like any other bowl. It's just a bowl.
Or a large mug.
Stop trying to make it out like it's a fucking revolutionary thing. It's just a cup with a lid.
I'm a bit upset with TikTok because the ads now are you scroll onto them.
Yeah.
That's not been the case though for me. And then I've updated TikTok and now I don't know how to explain it. But if I was on someone's channel and I was going through their videos, I wouldn't have got ads. But now if you go through a user's videos and you're going through them, every third one will be an advert. And you're like, how is this person's video?
Yeah, but it's not just that. What I hate, though, is like what I've just described. It's not like an ad. It's not even classed as an ad.
They do
it's
the
classed
content.
as a TikTok, but it's a content creator on TikTok selling some stupid device that doesn't do anything. They're like, oh, guys, yeah, this will change your life. And it's like, blah, 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 blah. And they're obviously getting like...
It's commission.
Commission.
They call
on
it
sales or
commission
whatever.
paid videos on TikTok. So, and the issue is, if you're a huge content creator on TikTok, you won't make money. You will not make money getting 100 million views a month. You won't make money from it. So instead it's like, okay, sell... Oh my God, someone's getting fired because these cans of Coke are so cheap.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
off.
can't, or like,
Yeah, I'm
have you
getting
seen the
annoyed
one where like he's filming the police outside, and there's obviously like police have stopped someone, and they're like, guys, it's illegal what's happening. These Cokes, and I'm like, fucking, I hate it. TikTok is going down the goddamn drain.
And all of the kids who like, and I say kids, it can be even 21-year-olds I've had this conversation with that are like, oh, TikTok is just the biggest, so nothing will happen to TikTok. I'm like, no, it will implode.
Yeah,
That's what all social media, they'll do something like this, and then everyone collectively will find a new app.
Well, they've just passed a bill, haven't they, in America to ban it in a year.
Yep.
Unless they sell it. It's crazy. But it's just trash. But the ads on TikTok are mental, out of control, and I hate them.
Roll the intro. Ew. Will I ever resize that? That's been the wrong size for weeks. How are you though? You good?
I'm okay.
Apart from ads?
Ads. What are you talking about?
No, the logo came up, but it zoomed in loads.
Right.
I did a thing with it.
Botch job.
It botched a load of stuff. But how's it going?
That's going alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going alright.
Fair
How
enough.
about for you?
I'm sleepy. We had a little
Bit of a late night.
bit of a late night, didn't we?
Mm.
Hung out with some friends, some bevs. I wasn't drunk though. I left and I was like completely sober. I could have driven home.
No.
Like you had literally bourbons and several.
Yeah.
beers.
I mean, I saw you have at least 2 bourbons.
Yeah, I had two big old bourbons, probably 6 or 7 beers. So yeah, okay, I bet you. I felt like I could have.
Yeah, I
Although-
always feel like I could drive, but you can't.
We would, yeah. No, sometimes I remember my wife picked me up the last time before that I went and got bevved, and she picked me up and we were driving home, and I was like, I could not drive because I was looking out the window and I'm like, I can't focus on anything.
yeah.
But yeah, last night wasn't that. But it was horrible. It was like torrential rain. So we were driving and you hit puddles and we're just fucking... It was like being on a turbulent plane.
That's fun.
Yeah. I had something I wanted to bring to the table.
What was that?
I had something I wanted to bring to the table.
Yep.
Subtitles will be... Obviously, I am a man
Wow.
who has recently bought a house. No, I'm a man with a child, small child, 2.5-year-old. Every now and again, he'll want nursery rhymes on. Wheels on the Bus,
Mm-hmm.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star,
Standard
all of
stuff.
that good stuff. There's a couple YouTube channels we frequent that are quite good. They're not like, because some of them are garbage and they're like these horrible animated like monstrosity channels, and a couple of them are quite good. But I wanted to get your gauge on maybe a guess of the views that these sorts of videos get. And I don't know how to do this.
I guess
I could
it
probably.
has to be so much.
So I'm gonna get up the top. I'll sort by popular. Yeah, okay. I'll sort by popular. And maybe I can tell you the songs. And
Well,
you
can't you just play a bit of it?
I could play it. Yeah. I'll play this one then. And I'll. So this is what we're talking about here. Oh, we don't watch the puppets. They do quite good animated ones.
I mean, this is pretty standard stuff so far.
Route 1. This is the way we wash our face.
This is the way we brush our teeth.
Yeah. That's a song. You know it. You love it. Guess the view count. That's what I want from you. I will say this is their top one. This is their top
I
song.
imagine it's going to be ridiculously high. Because I imagine this is something that every morning gets put on around the world.
Mm.
I'm going to go 520 million.
I'll let you guess again.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
1.2 billion.
This particular one, 2.3 billion views.
That is crazy.
Right? This is the way we brush our teeth.
Is it monetized?
Well, I'm sure it is. The next one, do you want to guess? It's a 35-minute video. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's not so bad. But Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So this is their second most popular.
2.1 billion.
2.1 billion.
Oh!
Correct. This is the way we get dressed. Back to the puppets.
Oh, get dressed. That's an
Right.
important one. 1.8 million.
1.9
billion. Sorry.
billion. 1.9 billion. But their top. I'll get their channel up. Look, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Their top 6 videos
Are over
have
a billion.
1 billion or more views. It's insane.
That is insane.
And then what they do is quite crafty. And there's another channel we watch, and I'm not going to out them. They're geniuses, and we listen
Super
to
simple songs.
They're quite good though. If I get like the animations up of like, they're quite what's the word? Maybe like Cartoon Networky or something. But if I go through, they're quite like pleasant. Do you know what I mean? They're quite pleasant, but I've just been baffled by this. There's a group of musicians that are making so much money.
Yeah, probably like more successful than most bands, and it's just
They're just going heads, shoulders, knees, and toes. And then they do this thing as well that like, so they'll have 5 Little Ducks, right? 2 3-minute video, but then they'll do a 30-minute video, and it will have a few of the songs, and they'll just, so they've made like, let's say 40 songs. That's like 500 videos.
yeah.
Because then they'll do ones where it's like, it's a 30-minute video, but it starts with 5 Little Ducks. And then there's a 30-minute video that starts with Wheels on the Bus. It's so smart. And they're one of hundreds of companies that have these numbers.
Yeah, that is crazy. And if it is monetized, right, 2 billion views, that's insane.
It's a lot of quiche, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cocomelon is, I think, arguably the biggest one. I haven't even looked at their numbers. Maybe we jump onto Cocomelon Nursery Rhymes channel. But this will be more if I get that up. 6.6 billion, 6 billion, 4 billion, 3.2 billion, 3.2 billion, 3 billion, 2 billion, 2 billion. They're bigger than Taylor Swift.
Cocomelon is bigger than Taylor Swift.
Like,
It's
that's
official.
obscene. What is going on?
I love how you can have someone like Taylor Swift who has literally like conquered the music industry.
Yeah.
Right. But Taylor Swift is like a drop in the ocean compared to Cocomelon.
This is what I'm saying. Let's go on to Taylor Swift's. I mean, is that what she's dealing with? Most popular. Yeah, look, she's getting absolutely trounced by Cocomelon. Shake It Off, 3.4 billion.
3.4 billion? That's nothing.
This is the way we brush
That's
our
a
teeth.
joke, yeah,
6.6 billion. Oh, look,
Mate.
it was on the bus. Insane. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos over 1 billion.
What a disgrace. She needs to up her game.
Or make kids songs. She
About-
should make kids songs. looking at that, if she did like,
I think
20
everyone should be making kid songs.
Honestly, should we do indie kid songs?
Even if you got 10% of the market share.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do some like Wemo kid songs, so then all of the like they can have their kids listen to Wheel on the Bus and it not be.
But then you've got something for all the metalheads.
Yeah.
All the metalhead parents that want to raise their kids.
I saw the guy that does like the Disney songs. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like that, whatever genre that is.
Disney?
That's what I had. I cried twice this week because of Bluey.
Oh my god. Oh, I saw something about this. I saw a TikTok about it. Apparently it was like super sad.
To be honest, the episode that has got everyone crazy didn't impact me at all, but there was a couple before it that were just honestly.
Why do they need to be so sad?
They just make it very real. It's very like, but then it's that thing about being a parent. It makes you just such a pansy. Like one of the episodes is a kid. The whole point is he's really good at cricket, and they'll be like they're trying to bowl him out, and they're like, "Oh, we'll do this," and then it's like, well, but they don't realise that when he's at his babysitter's, this is the scenario. So he's been practicing that shot. So the whole thing is how he's like perfect, but then the last bowl, they show that he can deal with it, and he can, but then he hits it up. So his little brother can catch it and catch him out. And he's like, oh, you caught me out. And he lets his little brother catch him out. Me and Becky, sobbing. Sobbing our eyes out. It was just such a it's such a good program.
It's crazy to me. That
it's
like
phenomenal.
Literally like a...
There's been a lot of moments.
A program that is like geared towards what
Yeah.
age? Like 1 to 4 maybe.
Yeah, or maybe a bit older. There's a lot of like very Socratic, like thoughtful... and philosophical stuff in it, but it is for kids for sure. But yeah, there's been a few things. They have those jokes. They have like the adult jokes.
I do appreciate that when they slip in a little something for the older audience.
Like there was one where they drop the kids off at their grandparents, and then the grandma's like, "It's not very often that the parents get to have some alone time." And then the mum and the dad look at each other and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go." And I was like, "They're about to do it."
I thought you were going to say, like, in the background, they're like...
He goes, yeah, see you later. Just puts a ball gag in. That's what I had, though. A bit of a Bluey crying update.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of theories going on that people were like, is he wanted by the law or something? And I'm like,
What's Bluey?
The dad.
Oh.
Yeah, the dad. But I don't know. We got to the end now. We're waiting. We've hit a point where we've just been binging for weeks.
What we're binging? We're talking about Bluey.
It's
Do I
really
need to be watching Bluey?
Yeah. You should watch Bluey. You should. Anything from you that isn't music news?
Well, no, I sent... music... Well, I've only got one bit of music news.
Yep. What was it?
So I
I'm not, because if I play that whole thing, it's going to be longer than this section.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I was just going to say that, like, Lily Allen, right?
Love her.
She spoke up a couple of weeks ago when Beyonce dropped her country album.
Yeah.
Right?
Was she like, this is shit?
Well, no, she spoke up about, she, like, criticised it and said it's a bit weird. It's very calculated of her. And it's weird that she covered, Dolly Parton's most famous song. It's all weird. So she, like, spoke up and criticised against it.
Is she dead?
She's making country music.
Lily Allen?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. I like Lily Allen.
I just thought it was funny. I like her as well. I like her.
But
I just thought it's funny to, like, 1 minute be criticising Beyonce for releasing a country album, and now she's come out and said she's making music and she's a big fan of country and she loves country.
Just be honest, right? If she came out and went, fuck. If she came out and went, fuck, I've been working on a country album and Beyonce just released hers, now I'm going to look like a twat, I'd be like, okay, fair enough. But I
think for me, right, if I was a musician that had music that was nearly ready to be released or even ready to be released, I would be waiting as long as possible to get as far away from Taylor Swift as possible.
Yeah, true.
Because I feel like we're still on, like, quite a big... Obviously, like, we're on the down sort of, like, from all the hype and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's still pretty high.
Yeah. Well, we learned that from our last clip on TikTok. I didn't realise, one thing I would say...
We didn't even say anything bad. We were really positive about Taylor Swift. And yet we still had...
I'll say this into the camera.
Swifties.
The Swifties.
Coming at us being like...
Right.
I guess we didn't say enough good things.
Yeah.
Or
But I'll say this now. I look into the camera, Swifties, you're fucking crazy. You're insane. Because people being like, well, she has talent, and it's really aggressive comments. But
we weren't even talking about talent.
no, and we were saying the threat. If you watched the episode,
And
we were saying
it was a
very
light-hearted
positive.
joke about how much music she makes. Like
I thought
she's
it was great.
She's a
I thought it was
goddamn
very
machine.
funny. Yeah.
Like it's crazy how.
But not in a bad way
No.
either. For her to be making chart-topping music constantly, good for her.
It's called talent.
But one thing I didn't realise, we were saying about how she should have her own festival, and I think a lot of the comments were saying
apparently
she was supposed to.
And then it was COVID.
It got coved. Yeah.
It got coved.
So I don't know what that would have been.
Love Fest.
But now, Loverfest.
Loverfest.
But now, it cycles back to what we were saying, and it's still very relevant. I think she's too big now. In 2020, she probably could have done it. It'd be like Ariana Grande
Yeah,
doing one.
I mean,
now,
yeah.
I don't think she can.
Even just from 2020 to where we are now,
Yeah.
she's...
But it would be, if she did, she would have the opportunity to put on the largest festival ever done.
Oh, without a doubt.
Do you know what I mean?
Without a
Like,
doubt. I mean...
millions of people would go to that.
Well, the only limitation would be like where the
Facilities.
festival was and the maximum capacity, like safety wise.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she could. If this was like, if we were in the 70s
Yeah.
and
be
Taylor
Woodstock,
Swift
wouldn't
here
it?
was that, it would literally like thousands of people would die
Yeah.
at her festival.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see it though. I'd love to see something like that happen. Maybe that's what we need to. I don't know. I just feel like the live music industry at the moment is dying.
I can't see it existing in 20 years, and without some sort of correction. Even just like forget about like obviously I spoke about a lot of stuff in the article that I put up last week, but like there's a lot of different reasons, but even just solely looking at the cost of it, the cost of a festival, it's unreasonable for the majority of the public now to go to a festival.
100%. Completely agree. That's available at IAAS.tv. It was a very good article. I like the tone of it.
Thanks. It was my first ever article.
Yeah, it's cool. You're a published author now.
I've never written anything in my life.
It was good. No, I liked it. I think I don't know if we said that on the podcast, that I think just do your grumpy shit, and because you have a lot to say.
Who
on
I
that,
am.
do you know what I mean?
It's who I am.
Keep it real. Yeah, we got TikToks to watch.
I do have some TikToks.
And I haven't seen them as well. Most of the time you'll send them and it's appeared on both. I know for a fact I've not seen either of these. So let's check it out.
So I sent one. What is?
We're going stairs. Someone on stairs, maybe.
Oh, so this is take that on their tour, the latest tour.
Okay.
Right. It's just like I don't know. Just have a look, see what you think.
Let's pull this up.
I mean, have you seen anything more Butlins or cruise ship?
What is happening?
I don't know. They're just doing some weird. It's like a pantomime.
It's so cruise ship. Here's the thing, though. So
we're coming to you.
take that, right? What? How is Gary Barlow on this tour and it's this bad? Do you know what I mean, he was supposed to be the big one.
This is the thing. I haven't seen Take That in concert or
They're
anything,
just
but
running-
I've seen footage of Take That
Do you take
at
a full?
gigs. They put on a good gig normally.
Yeah.
They just get up there, they sing their songs, and they've proven as well that they don't need like Robbie Williams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? They are completely self-sufficient without
established
Robbie
it.
Williams. Take That, and they have like really good big hits as well. They're fucking around doing all this bollocks.
I was gonna say they're too old for this as well. Like they were struggling. I think what he was then was do you know like the physical instructors on those DVDs? Keep going, keep your knees up.
Yeah,
you can do it.
yeah,
Right?
like Mr.
He was
Motivator
that. Yeah.
sort of thing.
Does he take a full?
What?
I think he takes a full. Oh no, it's a stage full. It's
Yeah,
a stage
yeah,
full.
yeah,
It's
it's
I was skimming through.
But it's just.
Oh, so they're joking about how old they are. But
Yeah, but the whole thing is a bit embarrassing, isn't it?
it's still very
It's a
Butlins.
bit. Yeah, it's very, very Redcoat.
That's insane.
I just thought I'd bring it up because I thought it was hilarious.
Is that barriered as well, by the way, or is that just how people are? Yeah, no, okay, okay, yeah.
There was part of me. I was like, "Is it Butlins?" Like,
It's a big stage.
are they actually at
It's
Butlins?
a big old stage. And then next up, I don't know what this one was. Let's have a looky.
So this is at Coachella. This is Kid Cudi. It's pretty nuts.
Oh, what was he doing?
I just don't know. Because obviously it very, very similar to
That's a
Dave Grohl situation. But I just don't... He kind of jumps.
What is going on? Was he on drugs or something?
I don't know if he thinks that
he
there's another level.
tumbles.
I don't know if he thinks there's another level before the ground. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man,
I
that is
don't know.
horrific.
But it kind of brings up a point, though, because I feel like it's happened enough now that... Like, what's the answer here?
People need to stop.
I mean, for one, like, it seems crazy that a professional musician is not aware of the edge of the stage.
No.
At the same time,
Oh,
they're
God.
going to so many different stages all over the place.
That's the problem. Yeah.
There's no kind of consistency.
And
And some stages have a straight drop like that. A lot of stages will have another level. They'll have like a drop to a level and then another drop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I get it, but it is crazy that can just happen. You can just be on stage and the artist can just fucking stack it off the edge of the
also,
stage.
for me, I'm like, what was he trying to achieve?
I don't know.
Trying to get down, maybe to see the.
Because it looked
fans
like
or
he
something.
jumped, right?
But what happened is he lost his balance, so he loses his foot in, and then I think he was like, oh, okay, I'll jump over. Maybe there's some equipment or something he jumped over. But yeah, it definitely didn't look like he was expecting that amount of a drop. I don't know. The music didn't seem to stop.
A lot of people, yeah. A lot of people
his
were
roles.
commenting that like it seems no one helps him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but all of the people there are security.
Well, yeah. I feel like they might probably, but then you'd think that event security, they're probably trained though. They've probably got some sort of first aid training, right? I don't know.
I don't think the security would. But also, I'm first aid trained. A broken foot. What am I going to do? Put ice on it?
Well, you probably maybe help him up though.
Well, I was the last thing you want to do with a broken foot. Oh, but mate.
We don't pick him up by the foot as long as it's fine. But yeah.
But to go back to your point, the problem is if you're touring yourself, you'll have a stage plan and you'll design it all. But when it's a festival, you turn up, you go backstage.
have a lot of time as well.
Yeah, I was going to say. So,
like, unless you're the headline act as well, you won't even have any like setup.
This is controversial then.
You're just like
on the same ilk. Pet peeve of mine. I hate almost anyone crowd surfing. I hate it, and I've seen people.
You're
I
about
know,
artists,
right? Okay. Artists jumping from the stage into the crowd. I have seen several times now from people I know personally that are in like bigger bands than myself have tried to crowd surf and they've broken people's wrists.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? I think it's such a douchey thing to do, and I don't believe it adds anything to a live performance.
No, I'm the same. I don't understand. And you just sort of like you're putting yourself at the will of the crowd as well.
Yeah.
Like if you got a fucking douchey crowd or something, and you don't know everyone there, you know what I mean? Get shit stolen from you or get like.
I think if you're big enough to know you can crowd surf, then you even more shouldn't, because then it's like a security risk. I hate it. I think it's so tacky. I think what you should be able to do is you should be able to play the music on stage, connect with people from there. But it's the same with him trying to jump down. It's like, why are you trying to jump down?
Yeah.
Just if you can put a performance on stage, that's what a good musician should be able to do.
I also think as well, like with what we've seen over the last sort of like 5 years or so with concerts and situations that have happened, I think there's a responsibility to the artist to not overexcite a crowd.
Yeah,
as well, because
I think that's kind of true.
Because you can't because I've seen a lot of people like we talk about various like individuals that have caused problems. And they're like, well, it's not the responsibility of the artist. And I'm like, well, it is.
Yeah,
it kind of is. Because you know how a crowd acts. You know how a crowd exists in that sort of environment. And all it takes is some bit of commotion or excitement in one area. Yeah. And all of a sudden you've got a problem because everyone's trying to get to that area.
I think as well, an example I would say, and I'll explain why I picked this artist as well before they come at me again. Prigs. If we say Taylor Swift, if she were to go to the barrier of a stage, right, and stand there, people would get crushed.
Yeah.
And the reason why I picked Taylor Swift is because I need the admiration to be that high. I need people to worship her. And if they touch Taylor Swift, that is, it's touching God to them. And that's not a criticism at all. I just mean the love her fans have for her is so strong. So if Taylor Swift does that, anarchy, chaos. It reminds me of there's a clip of Chris Martin from Coldplay before they were really big. They played like an Australian daytime like festival or something, playing Fix You, and he jumps down and he jumps over the barriers and he runs to the back of the field where there's like not that many people, and then everyone's just sprinting after him, and you see all of the security guards are like,
it's fucking mental.
What are you doing?
Yeah, and I can tell you now, like the event, like staff and organisers and security, like would not have anticipated that at all.
And
they
love
probably
Coldplay.
would have come out afterwards and been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Please don't do that again.
Yeah,
I love Coldplay, but that I think, and now if you watch they do a great job to fill a stadium, perform great. But that for me was like, you shouldn't have done that. That wasn't the right move.
It's why, and I feel like they've changed it now, because I feel like every concert Coldplay do now, they have the runway in the middle with the little platform. That's how you should do it. Yeah, because then it's established at the very beginning of the concert. At some point, they're gonna be in the middle, right? And then it's like, okay, cool, everyone knows what's happening.
Yeah.
But that element of like spontaneous sort of like, this will be cool. It's like I get it from the artist's point of view. It is cool.
You get caught in the moment a bit.
Jesus Christ, yeah. From the crowd sort of side of it, when you get that much people all in together, like everyone's IQ goes down.
Yeah.
Like everyone's IQ goes down like 50 points, and everyone becomes one sort of like entity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like that's how shit like what's that dickhead? Those standing up on the platform.
Travis.
That's how stuff like that happens.
Yeah, agreed. Fair enough. Was there anything else? Do you have anything else?
I
said that like we're about to end the episode.
I will say, obviously late night last night, a few bevs. I haven't done as much prep. But there's not a lot going on.
Well, I tell you what we have. We have a load of new submissions. Mm-hmm. Some from artists we know, some from artists we don't know. And I guess we listen to those. I've said that possibly we bring back the Wheel of Fortunes. So maybe we listen to 4 songs instead of 3. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes we can speak about an artist for fucking like an hour, and then we've gone long. But maybe we do that. Should we listen to some music?
Let's do it.
I need to remember what button to press. There we go. Cool. Let's listen to some music. I don't even need to play the rest of that because that's promoting people sending us songs. We have loads. So our first submission is from... It's quite interesting. It's from a band called The Stone Hands. Now, you may be thinking, I've not heard of a band called The Stone Hands. But many moons ago, maybe 30 episodes ago, they actually submitted under a different name. They were called Dickard and Sons.
Oh, I'm on the bloody same... Exact same.
That's a shame. That is a shame. But yeah. Oh no, I had prepped it that it was lined up. But basically, I wanted to quickly jump in that we've listened to this band before, and apparently they've taken a lot of what we said on board to change their not their sound.
Oh, because they were called Dickard.
They were called Dickard and Sons. We said it sounded like a shop,
or like a law firm.
Yeah. And I think they also said they had listened to feedback about the music. So this isn't their submission. This is their last appearance on it. I thought I'd play a little bit and we can see a year's difference in the band. I thought would be quite cool. So this is the Stone Hands when they were Dickard and Sons. So I'll stop it there. And then I actually watched the clip back because I it's always tough. We listen to so many people. So I was like, I want to remember it. We spoke for fucking ages and we did not see eye to eye. I think I put some criticism that maybe the double track vocals was a bit too much. You liked it. You actually were quite. You completely disagree with me. You're like, the double track is fine. We listened to 2 tracks by them. They both had double track throughout. So I was like, I think it's a bit excessive. But that was Dickard and Sons. So a year later, they have rebranded. I'm not going to say because of us, but it might have been because of us. They're now the Stone Hands, which I think is really cool.
It is a cool name.
The band logo looks great. If I can zoom in a little bit, the Stone Hands.
Yeah, I like it. It's simple. It's kind of Kings of Leon.
It is Kings of Leon. I see that. This is Sleeper by the Stone Hands. I'm just going to double check. I don't think they gave a timestamp. They did not. So we'll go back and we'll listen to about a minute of Sleeper. Any second now. That is fucking awesome.
So much better.
And but so much better. I think it's disrespectful what they were doing, but the growth is huge.
Well, it's not just that. I was going to say, because it's so much cleaner. It's so much weightier.
There's more impact where there needs to be. It's really fucking
good. But it's more full, but without like being bloated or anything like that. It's really impactful, and vocally. Yeah, it's so much better.
For me, I've said
like the double track is fine, but I think you are right. When it's like it's double track the whole song and everything's double track, then it's just you're immediately taking some of the dynamic variation out of your song.
Yeah. You've lost a tool.
Yeah,
and maybe you don't need the tool, but a lot of the times you do. You've lost the tool of having that extra impact. I also, for me, when I listen to bands and their last submission was really good. But it was a bit more demo-y, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times when people do that, my gut feeling is it's almost a lack of confidence and self-belief. That it's like loads of layers, it sounds really big, but actually sometimes you need to just believe and trust that your voice is great. And his voice is great.
And not just great, but I say it all the time, it just fits.
It's really well suited.
Yeah.
And you put that on its own, it sounded great. And then there were these little moments where you added double track, you added harmonies. It's so good.
It's
that
good.
Is a brilliant submission.
Yeah, it's a good example of like we say all the time. Like if you do something and you're like, oh my god, I love how that sounds. Yeah. Right. Make sure you don't then bloat your song with it.
Yeah.
Like that's a treat. You should 100%. Be like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. So like those double tracks when they came in, it sounded amazing. But as soon as you're like, that sounds great, you need to make sure you're taking it away as well. You need to make sure you're taking it away so that you can reintroduce it.
100%. There's a band that I really like. I won't shout them out, but I was listening to a band from 2010 or something. And they were really big on, like, it was 5 members in the band. They all sung harmonies. They had huge harmonies, but they did it constantly. Yeah. And I listened back to it and I was like, oh man, this would be so much more impactful if they didn't do this all the time. And it came in. But well, because
I think what people don't realize as a listener, right? As soon as you hear like a good lick or a good like chorus or whatever, and you're like, I fucking love that was the sickest thing I've ever heard. You're then now immediately you're just I can't wait to hear that again. Yeah. I can't wait to hear that bit again. So now you're just building up anticipation in the song for the next chorus. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Or riff or breakdown.
Yeah, whatever it is.
But I'll say, I love the Stone Hands versus Dickard and Sons. I think that's better. The sound is brilliant.
Yeah.
On their bio on Facebook.
Branding is on point as well. I'll just throw it out there.
Yeah.
It's simple, understated.
100%. Everything is great.
It looks like they've got like a good sort of theme throughout everything.
Maybe really, this is.
I mean, I'll just throw it out there.
picky.
Clearly, Led Zeppelin font
Yeah,
over here with a sleeper.
yeah, the sleeper.
But I love it.
Fine. Yeah. No, I think it's really, really good. It's so great. It says on their Facebook they'll be releasing music. It says a new song every 6 weeks.
Ooh, that's ambitious.
And that's the only one I can see. So maybe they've just started that, or they've been like, oh, this is impossible.
They've been slacking. We should have said 6 weeks.
Hopefully that's true. And they can let us know in the comments, or they can hit us up on Instagram. If that is true, I'll be really excited to just hear them continue to release music, because that's the shit I listen to.
But that sounded, yeah, you're right. It sounded so much more professional as well than.
It's
than the
awesome.
Like, not to shit on the other submission, but compared to that, you are right. It was a demo track.
100%. No, and thank you. The comment they left was really sweet. They said they were so happy when they were on the last show. And I worry sometimes because we have people submit, and the idea is we listen to it, we review it, we give really honest feedback. Sometimes it can be a bit brutal. I don't think we were with them at all. I think we both enjoyed their music, and it created a big discussion.
Well, I think sometimes you can listen to it and you're like, I can hear why this isn't good, but I can also hear why it should be.
Yeah, sure.
It should be
or
good.
I think that's when we talk more if it's the sound we love and we can hear that it's great, but there's things to add. Whereas if you can watch, we've done 70-ish episodes now. If you watch all of those, you will see us listen to a submission that we maybe don't like or can't appreciate because it's out of our genre, and we'd be like, yep, thanks for the submission, and we move on immediately. But they were really great. I think they took the feedback on board, whatever that means. You know, we're two dickheads that just speak into microphones once a week. But I don't know, the growth journey they're on now is phenomenal. I think they're going to make some amazing music. I'll be really keen to continue following them. Please do continue to submit as well. If you, in 6 weeks or 8, whatever, you know,
we won't judge it if it's not 6 weeks.
yeah, we won't realise. But yeah, I would love to hear more from them. So we have another artist. We've listened to the artist before, and we've listened to a lot by, I think she has a producer, manager, label situation. And we've given critiques before about this. They're both, I think, very lovely people, and they take the criticism very well. This artist
can
has
always
reached
appreciate
out.
people that don't take criticism personally.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
One thing I'll preface, so I've not listened to this at all, and I spoke to you before, so we've listened to this artist and it's been alright. I've listened to other songs, and my biggest feedback was that it felt a lack of identity. It was almost like, I want to be like these pop artists, and if you do that, you can be really like, you need something that makes you different. She's reached out and said she has a new track, so I was really keen to check it out. I will say immediately, the branding is really cool. So we're listening to Bleed Me, Paint It Red by Megan Timms. I thought we'd just check it out. And yeah, I'll just hit play. So let's listen to Bleed Me, Paint It Red by Megan Timms.
Without me there is no one to steer. I guess it's a little late. I've gotta stay and do my time. For paradise ignites, the tyrant holds the price. With honor till the day I run dry. Oh, get me to paradise. When's it down?
Oh, we listened to loads. Sorry, I couldn't see the timestamp. I was freaking out. There we go. I'll say straight away, that is very different.
Yeah, it's very unique.
She's gone on a bit of a journey there, for sure. I appreciate this a lot. One thing I'll say, so CC Beats, which is the featured artist, we had a massive conversation about this last time. Of that, this is quite. I don't know if you're a label for someone, you shouldn't be the featured artist. Is my belief, and I've told Chris the CC Beats that I still believe that. The one thing I will say is I've listened to CC Beats' own music, and it is quite like surfer pop rock. Do you know what I mean? Which this was really similar to. So at least for me, if you're gonna be a featured artist, it was kind of taking his sound and adding Megan's vocals, but it was very different. And I thought it was a lot. I don't know how to say it. I think the issue is with other songs I've heard, she's not done anything that is brave and different and bold. And some of this it was very, from the writer's perspective, there was dissonance that held and then resolved. It was really satisfying.
There are a lot of decisions in this song that like a lot of people would stay clear from.
Yeah,
because it's risky, but I think it worked. It was good. It was a nice tune. It was like everything sort of worked and fit, and it had a weird sort of clash of genres almost. Like it had that sort of weird, what I would class as maybe Hawaiian sort of like
very
themes in it, like real chill,
very surfer vibes. But then with these real clashy, I thought it was really good though, really interesting, and I think
a little bit like almost a little bit Destiny's Child with the vocals.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's a good shout. Well, I don't know if they'll know that. Oh wait, no,
plucked that out from
Megan Timms will, because she's from down the road. So she's local. But yeah, Megan, one thing I'll say is I think that's really good. I think you're on a really good path there and are starting to create more unique music, which I think is what you want. Any of the times that we listen to a singer, like a female vocalist or male vocalist, one thing you want is just for them to have their identity, their stamp, something that is theirs. And that definitely had it. So that's really good. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the submission as well. Yeah, I always appreciate people that stick with us a little bit, keep submitting. We love to see people grow as artists. That's, I think, the best thing you can ever see for independent artists. The thing is, if you were already like there, then
you wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't be here because you'd be there. You know what I mean? If you're already Taylor Swift, then you're Taylor Swift. But that's the beauty of indie artists, is that you get to find an artist and then follow them and see them develop and grow. I have one more that's just a submission called Dream of Sleeping from Melton Mowbray, which is in the UK, I think. I've Googled Melton Mowbray and it seems to be in the UK. Do you know Melton Mowbray?
No.
No?
As a place?
I assume. It's a town in England. In Leicestershire. There we go.
The more you know.
The more you know. Genre guess? Dream of Sleeping.
Dream of Sleeping.
From the UK.
I don't know, it's a hard one. I'm going to go female folk.
Female folk. Here we go. I like that you guessed gender. And we're going from 144. I like it a lot.
Yeah, man.
It's very cool.
Chill.
I'm worried that I'm like, is it AI?
Well, because this is what I was going to... Because it's called Leave It to AI.
Leave it to AI.
And I don't want to leave it. I don't want to leave anything to AI.
But maybe that's what the song's about.
But then I was like, hopefully he hasn't left it to AI.
Yeah. Well, it said lyrics and music were by, I guess, the guy. But So yeah, let us know that it definitely wasn't all just AI, but I don't think it was.
It didn't sound AI.
No.
Anyway.
I think the image might be.
But it's I thought it was good.
Do you reckon?
Really interesting sort of melodies going on in there.
Damn it!
Interesting bass lines.
Yeah, I like the singing, the melody.
Yeah.
I thought the melody had a really interesting line. Yeah, it was great. Just a really good song. Really good sound. Very clean. Hopefully not AI generated.
Not a lot of feedback, yeah.
Not a lot of feedback because it was just good. It was good stuff. CW Mullins. I swear I know CW Mullins. I might be wrong. Anyway, do you want a wheel? How long have we been going?
I don't know, mate.
Should I check? 45 minutes. It's a wheel.
It's a wheel.
It's been a while. Been a while. Why wheel?
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortunes. It's not as chock-a-block as it used to be. Lacking enthusiasm.
That's us.
Yeah, that's actually
that's
just
this weekend.
That's not a band. That's just feedback that I
this
put down.
episode, man.
That's just one of my notes. Lacking enthusiasm.
That'll be the comment on this video.
Yeah. We think the band's engaged and it's not. So they're from South Carolina. Genre guess?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Take me
The
home.
Deep South.
Country
Is
roads?
South Carolina South?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Genre guess?
Country.
It's like such a song. Take me home. Lacking enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Here we
yeah.
go. Not country.
Like the foundation uneven, I don't know what you perceive. I've been avoiding subpoenas. Said I've been bite my tongue, more AI grievance. You like to get out of line and I ain't too keen on reliving that sequence. So like Zordo, love so cutthroat. Why they hate it, boy I don't know. I can't break, I've been close though. I've been lost, feel like raw now. What's the cause, I'm not sure.
It feels like he's very self-aware of his name, isn't he? Lacking enthusiasm.
Well, I think it's
It's
a
lazy rap.
it's like a stylistic thing, isn't it?
It is.
I think it's a genre, isn't it? Lazy rap.
I think we've done this before, and it probably isn't.
No.
I think it's us just lazy rapping. I don't know if it's mumble rap. Is what it's called. There we go. Not lazy rap.
Yeah, I knew it was a thing. I think that's just what that is, right?
Yeah,
It's
mumble
just
rap.
Like mumble rap. It was good though.
Yeah.
It was pleasant. There was like
very
again, there's
clean.
not a lot of feedback, especially because it's not massively our sort of scene.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Can I say?
there was no negative criticism I've got.
Can I say? And lacking enthusiasm, the artist will immediately be like, okay, this person doesn't know the genre at all.
Yeah,
and
100%.
you're correct. But if it was an indie rock song
Mm-hmm.
and someone sung the same way throughout, verse, chorus, and there was arguably no difference. I know there was like some maybe like triplets or some like rhythmic differences, but I just felt like there could be some breakup to change dynamics a little
Well,
bit.
because that would be my only sort of feedback. But then it was like I was hesitant to do it because it's just not my genre of music. And then there's a sub genre within that genre of music, mumble rap. Which,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
you're in
I know
too deep.
even less about that than I knew about rap, which is nothing.
Yeah,
But it does seem, just from an outsider point of view, like you say, the dynamic variance within the vocals. There was a long period there where it was just the same melodies.
if
sort
I
of,
think
like,
of
over and over.
if I think of really commercial rappers, Eminem, Childish Gambino, people like that, the actual structure of the song, most of the time, you can see the structure of the song. The difference is there's, a chorus will happen and it will sound different to the verses or a breakdown. So that's the only thing I would say, maybe. But again, I know fuck all.
Yeah, but at the
So-
same time, like people that like are into rap and mumble rap specifically will probably be sat there being like, "What are these dickheads
And
talking about?"
some
you
fucking
know what I mean?
the whitest guy
Yeah.
from England, which is me.
And a Viking.
Yeah, right. Is us. We are, and white not just in complexion, but in absolute
Spirit?
essence and core. if I go, oh well, to be more commercial, do this. I think a lot of the times people are like, great, I won't do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
I'm
more.
I'm not trying to be commercial. But I think the sort of the bottom line is though is that there wasn't really any criticism.
No, the
It
production is great. It sounded great.
Yeah.
I liked the fact that even though it was mumble rap, I understood what was being said.
Yeah.
And the lyrics were clever, which you need. Sometimes you hear rap and the lyrics are just shit.
There's one thing, as someone that doesn't really listen to a lot of rap, is just fucking bullshit nonsense lyrics.
Yeah, agreed.
They're just
Agreed.
they've picked words out of a tombola.
Tombola?
Yeah.
Is that the right thing? There we go. I learned what tombola is. But yeah, thank you for submissions, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you do, like and subscribe. T-shirts and hoodies and shit available at
What I found out the other day,
indianashow.com.
this is random,
Okay.
right?
Is it
If
secret?
you're watching a video, right, on
Yeah.
on YouTube, and you're not subscribed to their channel, right? Whenever they say subscribe, right, and check this out, I'm gonna just keep saying subscribe, so you can like go to this part of the video and see what I'm talking about. But every time you say subscribe, the subscribe button lights up.
Does it?
Yeah,
That's sick.
it's mental.
Wow, look at the subscribe button lighting up. Everyone like, subscribe, do all of that.
Yeah, but then
drop
it's
us a
also
comment.
part of me is like maybe it kind of encourages people not to subscribe, because when you subscribe,
It won't light
you
up.
don't get the light up button.
Maybe it'll
anymore.
just be like, cheers. Good stuff. Right, we'll see you next week with more of the same. Bye.